In the late 13th century, Scotland is under the oppressive rule of England, led by King Edward III, known as Longshanks. The film follows William Wallace, a Scottish farmer with a peaceful life, who is drawn into the fight for freedom after personal tragedy and the brutal actions of English forces. As a young man, Wallace grows up in a Scotland plagued by English occupation. After losing his family to violence, he is raised by his uncle, learning both wisdom and combat skills. Years later, Wallace returns to his village, hoping for a quiet life. He falls in love with Murren, a childhood friend, and they marry in secret to avoid the English law of prima nocta, which allows English lords to claim brides on their wedding night. The peace is short-lived. English soldiers attempt to assault Murren, and though Wallace fights them off, she is captured and executed by the local sheriff. Devastated, Wallace unleashes his fury, killing the sheriff and sparking a rebellion. He gathers a ragtag group of Scottish farmers and clansmen, united by their desire to resist English tyranny. Wallace's natural leadership and fierce resolve inspire the Scots, and his guerrilla tactics lead to early victories, including the capture of an English outpost. Word of Wallace's defiance spreads, drawing more Scots to his cause. He is joined by Robert the Bruce, a nobleman torn between his loyalty to Scotland and his family's ties to the English crown. Together, they plan a larger rebellion. At the Battle of Stirling, Wallace's forces, though outnumbered, use clever strategy, forming a defensive line with long spears to counter the English cavalry. The Scots win a stunning victory, and Wallace is knighted, becoming a symbol of resistance. Longshanks, enraged by the defeat, sends his son Prince Edward's wife, Princess Isabel, to negotiate with Wallace. Instead, she is moved by his passion and warns him of English plots. Meanwhile, Longshanks schemes to crush the rebellion, bribing Scottish nobles to betray Wallace. At the Battle of Falkirk, the Scots are betrayed by their own, including some nobles swayed by English promises. Wallace fights fiercely but is forced to retreat, his trust in the Scottish nobility shattered. Haunted by betrayal, Wallace becomes a lone warrior, hunting English soldiers and nobles who oppress his people. He seeks out Robert the Bruce, hoping to unite the Scots once more. However, the Bruce, under pressure from his father, lures Wallace into a trap. Captured by the English, Wallace faces trial in London. He is tortured and sentenced to death but refuses to beg for mercy, shouting freedom with his final breath. His execution, meant to break the Scots' spirit, instead ignites it. Inspired by Wallace's sacrifice, Robert the Bruce rejects English allegiance and rallies the Scots. At the Battle of Bannockburn, they face the English army. With Wallace's memory fueling their courage, the Scots charge into battle, securing a decisive victory and advancing their fight for independence. The film portrays Wallace as a hero whose unyielding spirit shaped Scotland's destiny, emphasizing themes of freedom, sacrifice, and resistance against oppression.